Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve a challenging system of equations. So for my first equation, I have x plus y is equal to 4. And for my second equation, I have x times y is equal to 24. So at first glance, this might seem simple, but it's actually a lot more complicated. So I'm going to first start by using my first equation and solving for y. So my first equation is x plus y equals 24. And to solve for y, I'm going to subtract x on both sides. So I get y is equal to 24 minus x. Or sorry, it should be x plus y is equal to 4. So if I subtract x, I get y is equal to 4 minus x. So now I'm going to label this equation 3. Now that we have the value of y, I'm going to go back over here to our second equation, x times y equals 24. And if x times y equals 24 and y is equal to 4 minus x, then I get x times 4 minus x is equal to 24. And now if I distribute the x, I get 4x minus x squared is equal to 24. And now I'm going to subtract 24 on both sides. So I get negative x squared plus 4x minus 24 is equal to 0. Now I don't want my coefficient for my highest degree term to be negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 1. So now if I distribute this, negative x squared is positive x squared. Negative 1 times 4x is negative 4x. Negative 1 times negative 24 is positive 24. And 0 times negative 1 is obviously just 0. So I get x squared minus 4x plus 24 is equal to 0. Now we have a quadratic equation, so to solve this, I'm going to use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, a is 1, b is negative 4, and c is 24. So I'll get x is equal to negative 1 plus positive 4 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is negative 4 squared, which is 16 minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 24, all over 2a, so 2 times 1. Now this is equal to 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 24 times 4 is 96, all over 2, which is equal to 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 80 over 2. Now, the square root of negative 80, I can rewrite as the square root of 80 times the square root of negative 1. And before I do anything with the square root of negative 1, I'm going to first simplify the square root of 80. So the square root of 80 is equal to the square root of 16 times 5, which is equal to the square root of 16 times the square root of 5, which is equal to 4 root 5. So I get x is equal to 4 plus or minus 4 root 5 times the square root of negative 1 over 2. And if you guys already didn't know, the square root of negative 1 is equal to the imaginary number I. So I get x is equal to 4 plus or minus the 4 root 5i over 2. And now I can divide both these terms by 2. So I get x is equal to 2 plus or minus 2 root 5i. So this means that I have two solutions of x. I have x is equal to 2 plus 2 root 5i, and x is equal to 2 minus 2 root 5i. And for each of these solutions of x, I need a solution of y, because remember, we're not just solving for x, we're solving for these solution of x and y. So recall how y is equal to 4 minus x, meaning y1 is equal to 4 minus 2 plus 2 root 5i, which is equal to 4 minus 2 root 5i, which is equal to 2 minus 2 root 5I. And for y of 2, I get 4 minus 2 minus 2 root 5I, which is equal to 4 minus 2 plus 2 root 5I, which is equal to 2 plus 2 root 5I. So my solutions are, I have two solutions, 2 plus 2 root 5I, comma, 2 minus 2 root 5I, and 2 minus 2 root 5I, comma 2 plus 2 root 5I.